everyone, it's Bikini Gamer here. I hope everybody's having a great time playing and just enjoying their time this week. I wanted to bring up the following key points on Iron Banner. I love this playlist, and I honestly have to say this is probably my favorite slightly competitive playlist of them all. I wanted to bring up the good, the bad, and the ugly things I think Bungie needs to address in Iron Banner. So let's start with the good, of course. For one, I will applaud Bungie on finally getting the playlist to have somewhat decent drop rates. I will say I came out of it with some 300 gear levels, sometimes below it, but it definitely occurred to me more often than before. I would like to see a little bit higher light level, but the fact is that it actually dropped and that I didn't have to buy these items. For the most part, it was amazing Guardians, as Lord Shax would say. I also love the speed of the matchmaking. It was nice not to have to sit in the lobby for as long as I used to. To Bungie, congrats on that success. Now, as far as the bad, I am not the one to rant, and I'll always consider first and foremost this is a game and it should be treated as such. Also, the fact that at most I've put $120 into the game and already have 3,000 hours into it, I take it with a grain of salt. However, for the past week, I think I've had a pound of salt on me. Seriously. Lag is in the game, and Destiny has a ton of it. Even though on my end my connection is perfect, I constantly get frame lag and a lot of players with bad connection. And just overall, the quality drops in this specific playlist. It makes me wonder if Bungie is having some type of server issue or whatnot, but it makes Iron Banner such a drag. I would constantly putting bullets into players that would not register, and players would time out constantly. Overall, this should be the main thing Bungie focuses on. Now, for the ugly, and it's just ugly in my mind, overall, Destiny is my favorite game. There is a game that has reached endgame for sure, and I am one of the few people that is okay with that. All games reach this point, but for some reason this is just one game I just don't want to let go of. There's still a few things that I want to do, things that I want to get better at, but the ugliness to me in my mind again comes from Bungie themselves. A multiplayer that has reached endgame, for example, would be Call of Duty or Halo for those who complete the story aspect of it. The players that still play all go for PvP aspect of it because quite honestly it is the only thing to do on them. So for Bungie not to recognize and address the lag issues, connection problems, overall lack of good drops, balancing of guns, balancing with supers is where Bungie should dedicate its time on. I know players that spend all day on PvP because it is the only thing to do, and it's what makes Iron Banner such an exciting playlist when it comes around. But if that experience is ruined because Bungie keeps having lag issues, then you just lose more of your player base because of it. So that's all for now, guys. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at BikiniGamer99. And as always, game on. Ciao!